Welcome to Creepy Joe's Horror Show! With special guest, Slip Rick the Skeleton.
It's not my fault the babes like me, man.
Also, Flo!
Perverts.
And don't forget about your legendary loser host himself, Creepy Joe!
Welcome to Creepy Joe's Horror Show. Tonight we have the Slumber Party Massacre of 1982.
A group of girls decide to have a slumber party, but they don't know that there is a sick, demented killer with a drill stalking them.
Alright, Slumber Party Massacre. This movie could potentially be known as shit, depending on what type of person you are. And I don't know, like for what it is and for its time, it fit perfectly in the genre. And you know, a lot of people love this movie. I'm one of them. I appreciate it. I think there's a lot of nonsense bullshit in it as well that I don't really appreciate, but for the most part, this movie, you know, it's great. And it feels a little bit more forgivable because it's directed by a woman, Amy Holden Jones. Because if it was written by a man, I'd feel kind of like perverted and weird watching it. But because I know it was a woman, it doesn't make you feel like such a piece of shit, I guess.
Remind me, next time I have a ball, don't throw it to Jack.
But, you know, anytime, especially in my adult years now, maybe when I was a teenager I would have liked it more, but as an adult, watching a bunch of high school girls, you know, naked and stuff is kind of weird. Especially when you have kids of your own. So, like, you feel kind of like all right, this is unnecessary, let's get through this. You know, instead of when you're a teenager, you can't wait to see a boobie, you know, but like this is one of those movies that's it's just nudity and cheesy ass horror. And, you know, you have a guy with a drill slaughtering everybody, but it's starring Robin Style, that's probably not being pronounced right, but as Valerie. And you have Michelle Michaels as Trish, who's pretty much like the main character. And then the killer, Michael Villela, as Russ Thorne. And there's like 48 other characters in this movie. There's like a mess of girls and guys that they're all dating. And
Forgot something. I'll catch up with you later.
Oh, okay. Bye, Linda.
the Slumber Party and, you know, all this bullshit. But I'm not going to get into every single one of them because that would make a 10-minute video into a 20-minute video. So I really don't know what order to throw this in. You know, for the most part, it's just the same thing. It's not the same thing going on all the time, but a guy with a portable drill that I didn't even know they had battery-powered power equipment back then, but apparently they did. And this guy's chasing everyone around and terrorizing them with a drill. And there's some pretty good kills in this. But it all leads up to a slumber party. Trish's parents are going away, so she invites some friends over for a slumber party.
You remember that?
It's in there.
Okay. Plane tickets, where are they? Okay.
And then the guys get involved, and then, you know, there's some dope smoking and drinking and
Put glum on the chips.
whatever. And then, you know, the pizza guy comes over and he gets murdered. And people just start getting picked off one by one and in different mysterious ways, but basically the same with a drill. And it goes on and on. Now, you know, there's the filler stuff in the horror movies where the killer is, you know, hunting the girls, and then the girls are hunting the killer. The
I know what happened. I must have blown a fuse.
killer's hunting the guys, then the guys are hunting the killer, and there's a lot of wannabe jump scares, and, you know, all that stuff goes on the whole time. But at the end, it's pretty badass because Trish, Valerie, the gym teacher, and Valerie's sister all beat the fuck out of this dude down by the swimming pool. And he's he's like a total creepy weirdo as well. I mean, any man that's following a bunch of high school girls around to murder them is obviously a weirdo, but they fucked this dude up pretty good. And, you know, they end up cutting his hand off, and then you think he's dead, and then he comes back, and then they kill him again, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I really can't get too much more in depth with this movie. It's your typical 80s slasher film, but I have to do it because it's on Tubi for free, and I can't wrap up 31 nights of horror with 80s horror movies. Well, there's some 70s and 90s in there, but I can't do a list without throwing this in there because this is a classic. Everybody knows about it. It's nothing new. But, you know, depending on your age, I can't really speak for what you're into, but me personally, I would have liked this. I did like this more when I was a kid compared to an adult. Now I just feel like a creep watching it.
You know, I think your tits are getting bigger. Mine?
And it's just, you know, it's not really interesting compared to, you know, like a more serious horror movie, but it's not supposed to be. And that's what people love about it. And, you know, it's a good time. It's constant. There's always stuff going on. They're always either running from the killer or trying to find him, or there's weird shit going on. And it's a good movie. It's well put together. It's not, you know, homemade, you know. So I'm going to rate it a solid 3 out of 5. And, you know, that's going to be that. But definitely check this one out. And every single movie that I'm doing this month, for the month of October, as I say every single night, but for those of you who don't watch this channel on a nightly basis, every single one of these movies are free on Tubi. I wanted to do this to force myself to watch some of these older movies that I haven't seen and just tell you my honest opinion on them after watching them one time. This isn't one of those movies. I've seen this movie a million times, but
I wouldn't know.
Would you ever consider dating a younger man?
I had to cover it because it's on Tubi and it's a good one. So definitely check it out. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for hanging out and stay creepy.